So welcome for Love, a film from Gaspard Noé, produced by Vincent Maramal, right on the very far left of the screen, and Edouard Rey. In this film, Aomi Muyock in blue, Klara Kristin alongside her, and the director Gaspard Noé and Karl Glusman. The main roles in this film, sort of sexual melodrama. It said it would give men a hards-on and make women cry, so sweat, sperm and tears. So anyway, so screened in 3D with glasses. The room was packed last night in Cannes. It was the event. It was, the sort of rock star director presenting here these newcomers to the cinema. Aomi Muyock, Klara Kristin next to her, and Karl Glusman. A film with very explicit sex scenes on screen. How do you express the organic side of a loving relationship? These are the questions that Gaspard Noé is raising. And he chose to film this story of intimate love, of the beloved, and it's in 3D. It takes place in Paris. The people are European and American for others. For Karl Glusman, he's American. Aomi Muyock is Swiss, and Klara Kristin is Danish. So Gaspard Noé is Argentinian. He's lived in France since he was 12. And he's been to Cannes, marking the festival in Critics Week with Alone Against All, and he came back with Irreversible, which caused a big scandal with Monica Bellucci, Vincent Cassel in the cast. And there was this interminable rape, and the fact that he just filming it backwards, in fact, a massive idea, Irreversible in 2002. Enter the Void, 2010. And so here is With Love, presented out of competition. So, very original experiments. He's a fascinating filmmaker. He's interested in the dark side, the light side as well. So, looking at love, looking at violence, the violent side of drugs, which is very present in films with a hypnotic character. This is 3D, beautiful 3D, it's very well done, with some spectacular sequences, I'm sure you can imagine, with sex, but he didn't abuse the use of 3D, if you let's use the expression. But there are some artistic pop-out effects in his film, and for the pleasure of the audience squeezed together in this massive room. I imagine what it was like for these young actors. It's very difficult to know what they knew about it. Maybe for some of them it was their first feature. We'll ask them what's it like to see yourself represented like that, naked to say the least, on screen. It's true, as Thierry Frémaux said in his introduction to this film, we didn't know them before this film. We'll know a bit more after about them now, but they are literally reveal themselves in front of the camera, and he decided to film a sex act. But he fills them with a great deal of melancholy. And aesthetically, he gives us a wonderful moment. Aomi Muyock. She is Karl Glusman's lover, and their neighbor comes along, Klara, Kristin. And then they were fascinated by this neighbor. And they have an erotic threesome. And then the couple things just sort of, the couple of Aomi, Muyock and Karl Glusman makes things twist. It's the lack of the loved one that Gaspard Noé is very interested in this new film. You've got the psychological loss and the physical loss as well, in a way. And he certainly puts a lot of flesh in his film, and he's filmed it. You know, it's the sort of film that is not allowed for the under 18s. Law bans this sort of cinema, and it was even you know, the classic circuit. There were some of the scenes. You know, it's. It is pornographic at times, but it's extremely artistic. A lot of melancholia with 3D. And it's presented in Cannes, and it hasn't been before the censor committee, so we don't know how it's going to be rated. Right, so there we are. Love, 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 love. In all senses of the word. What this means in Cannes. The Gaspard Noé's film, presented last night. Oh, it was during the night, in fact. It was during the night. In the middle of the night. We'll go to see some images from Love now.
How old are you?
17.